What's going on, everybody? It's been a very long day. I started out in Baltimore, Maryland, and the ports, and I'm now in Ohio. So today, as we've been going through some of these tips and tricks from old school stuff, I remember something from back growing up in my father's G scale toy train manufacturing plant, short line car and foundry. For those of you who have been modeling for a long time and do know that one. And this was an old school trick in the G scale. Now, it was also something I got to thinking about. I'm like, you know what? Some passenger cars actually had a wide stripe on them. Which brings me to this, the heavyweight. Now, the heavyweights, I really like this. This is a Williams heavyweight. I'd like to get about a few more of these. It is going to be repainted. And will be relettered and stuff like that. I may wind up doing it for the NDM with one of their dark green cars with the orange stripe going down it. I don't know. Or it could become a blue with a gold stripe in it. No idea yet. Maybe something I might do for my own personal railroad, Anyways, so what I wanted to show y'all is basically we're going to apply a gold stripe to it, and you can do this in any direction you want. And what we're going to use is 1/8 automotive pinstripe. Now you can get this from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Napa, any place that sells automotive pinstripe, you can get that. This is actually kind of a cool little trick. Here's the actual tape. Right there. Notice how thin it is? It is very thin. Now, there are some thinner materials out there that you could order online through eBay. However you want to do it. So, we're going to install a stripe on this thing real quick. And we're going to do one high and one low. We'll see how the first one turns out on the high side, and then we'll do one right below the window down here, and we'll just see which side looks better. And we might go back and put a stripe on each one. Again, these pinstripes will not be on here because it will change as I go through and paint and detail this car a little bit more. So, this is just something to get a little tips and trick out there to y'all. All right, let's see if I can get this thing to cooperate tonight. All righty, huh? Kind of. All right, so take the car, lay it on the side. If you got a foam tray, that actually works out really good. Unfortunately, yeah, sometimes these little fine lines in this light up here really gets to me. So, little bitty things, and now sometimes I got to put readers on and just to kind of see. Very low reader. Woo! Talk about brightening things up. Alright, so here we go. Then make sure you have yourself a nice little razor blade, because you're going to be cutting the excess off. Now you can either go dead center on the upper rail or up here at the borderline. Kind of go down below the rooftop. I do recommend with this stuff, since I used to do paint and body, sometimes it's better to go pull it just a little bit, put a little bit of tension on it, and that also helps out with getting stuff done. Now the razor blade, you're not cutting, you're just putting it there basically to support and pull it up. Okay? Again, let's see if I can get this to do it over here. See if I can, you're just going to put it in there. And as usual, sometimes you get a little bitty piece. Anal nose come in handy when you're doing this. out there. Alright, well, that's a little bit off, but you can always trim that up with the razor blade if you need to. Just make sure you do it on the pinstripe itself and not into the plastic. So very, very light pressure so you don't cut into the plastic. Alright. So, there's that side. You notice it changes the appearance of the car altogether. Okay, now let's go to the other side, and we're going to do right here, and just see how y'all like that one. A little bit different. Because you got some rivet details in here. No big deal. Just make sure that your surface is clean. Okay? If you're going to repaint it, of course, you know you're going to be cleaning it anyways. So, all right, there we go. Now, this idea, I was actually looking at a NDM car. Online is one I totally forgot about, which was a dark green with an orange stripe in it. Yeah, that's the reason I mentioned earlier about the orange stripe. So, oops. And you want to go right below that windowsill. Yeah, just rub it down. Now, is it going to be a perfect rub down? Of course not. But give me a little bit of time. Maybe use like a little plastic, I don't know, plastic, something plastic, soft plastic, rub on it. You can take this down. You can do it with your finger. Now, there's just little things that I learned over the years and things that you can do to actually highlight it. And there you go. It now holds a stripe. Just right below the window line, all the way down. Now picture that rolling across the rails, about a couple more of these. That looks really cool. Now, since we've done this, let's add a top stripe to it. Let's just see what it looks like. Make sure we're not getting too many stripes in there, you know. Because from time to time, start getting too many stripes in there, it doesn't look real good. But just the right amount of stripes looks really awesome. Another thing that you can find out about this tape is that if you're doing like scenery work, false front buildings to be exact, go down. If you know you need something that's going to be about this width, to say do a shadow outline or something like that, or make a outline of a window frame, don't be scared to use this stuff. Believe it or not, it's actually really good. It works out really nice. I know some people would say, what? Well, believe it or not, on my father's G-scale layout and some of the false front buildings I built, most people didn't realize that that was one of the tricks I did to accompany a window to give it a darker outline. And this stuff right here is not very expensive. This pinstriping tape is not expensive at all, by any means. I think I got this at O'Reilly's for like $4. $4, and there's 40 feet here. So you can do a lot with 40 feet. Ask me how I know. Alright, so, gotta trim off this end piece. Again, just pull it up, put no pressure to it unless you absolutely have to, and then very lightly done. If you got an X-Acto blade, that'll work out better. I'm just using a regular razor blade for right now. And I got one grab rail to replace, which, oddly enough, kind of looks like that one made in brass. Huh. Didn't notice that before. Alright, so, let's take a look at it. There you go. Now we have 2 stripes, one high, one low, one high. You can go further with it if you want to. If you wanted to go, say, across the doors, you could. And if you wanted to, bring it on around to right here and right up here, yes, you could do all that. So I kind of like that double stripe right there, so let's go ahead and add another stripe to it. Why not? We're here to have some fun, show some little tips and tricks. Why not? Let's just show another one. All right. So, again, pinstripe tape. Leave yourself a little extra. I cannot tell you the amount of times my father frowned on me for using this little trick. And I used to ask him why. And he said, because it's not a dry transfer or wet transfer. He said, it's something automotive. I said, yeah. But it's still doing the same principle. It's still pretty much a dry decal. I said, and then you're not spending out the money that you would for a decal, and you can still clear coat this stuff, and it's going to seal it in. After so much negotiating on that, he started understanding, which was funny. Alright, so there we go. Add that second stripe in right there. Again, just kind of rub it down. Make sure you pop up your rivet details a little bit. Alright. Razor blade. Try to use no pressure. Well, that didn't work. And when you have something like that happen, like I said, very, very light pressure. There you go. Alright, let's see what we got over here now. Alright. And there you go. Now we got 2 stripes on here. And kind of rub it down. We got 2 on that side now. And 2 on that side now. And this stripe right here does fit right above the number, so that's pretty cool. All the way through. If you wanted to have some fun, you could add a 3rd stripe to the bottom. If you wanted to. But that might start getting just a little gaudy. Because right now, as it stands, this right here, the 2 stripe, looks pretty nice. and probably pretty prototypical to some other railroads. I don't know. Uh, and of course, you could always move this stripe up just a little bit if you want to, or dead center it. Whatever you want to do to fit your needs or your railroad. And like I said, you can go online, order this stuff, and you can get it in different sizes. You can get it in different sizes, different widths, colors, all types of different stuff. And it's a money saver. If you go to the automotive store and you get the 1/8, it's 48 feet. Some of them are 48 feet, some are 40, 30. But you can do a lot with that little roll for $4.99. $4, maybe gone up by now. I think last time I bought some was like $4.99. Not much. But it's a cheap little mod that you can do to your heavyweights or any of your passenger cars and not cost you a lot of money, even if you just want to change the striping on it. As always, if you like what you heard tonight, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, keep the shiny setup, rubber down the road. I will see you there.